At the Republican National Convention, during his acceptance speech, it went on for 92 minutes. President Donald Trump mentioned something that obviously is very relevant to this channel, and that's talking about transgender athletes in women's sports. Now, a few people mentioned it throughout the week, including Don Jr., including Eric Trump, and including President Donald Trump himself. Donald Trump takes clear stance on transgender athlete participation in women's sports in the RNC speech. And we'll just let this play right here.
And we will not have men playing in women's sports. That will end immediately.
Now, like I said, he was not the only one to bring that up. Right before maybe about an hour and a half before this, Eric Trump said the same thing.
Male athletes, guys my height, 6'5", are swimming in women's sports. Destroying the dreams of young girls who have trained every minute of their lives.
Now, I thought this was particularly interesting because I met some people at the RNC, specifically Riley Gaines, someone who's been at the forefront of this, someone who's been fighting against and calling this stuff out, including with that disgusting, degenerate man who now goes by Leah Thomas, formerly known as Will Thomas, a man who stepped in the pool and beat these female athletes. A mediocre college swimmer as a man jumps in the pool, pretends he's a different person, and all of a sudden is breaking national records, is winning national championships. I also got to speak with the Penn swimmer who was Leah Thomas's teammate, Paula Scanlon. It's disgusting. It's awful. And I would hope that there is some action taken. We've now seen it banned in like over 20 states at this point. But this is a fucking problem. This is a massive problem. And for all the people that want to pretend like, oh, it's just a pretend issue, this isn't happening. It's happening all the time. We talk about it on this channel almost every week.
Yeah, and you're not going to be able to get Riley Gaines or any former college athlete, whether it's swimming or track and field, for their career to come back. Like, you're not going to be able to change what's been done. Yeah, you can go into the record book and take away the male athlete who might have won first place while an actual female won second place, but you cannot replace the awards, the ceremonies, the actual feeling of winning first place. That was taken from them. But what we can change is for the future that this doesn't happen again. And I feel really bad, man, because in the past few years, we had a lot of college students whose careers were destroyed by COVID. And then you have it right after that destroyed by transgender fucking weirdos, fucking dudes competing in women's sports who are now taking that away from women as well. It really sucks. So what we can do is change it for the future. But unfortunately for all those female athletes for the past couple of years, like, you can't give that back to them, which really sucks.
Yeah, you're right, Beardo. And one thing is, it's going to be more on a state level than a federal level, because this is definitely going to be, we talked about states' rights before. And like here in Texas, not going to fly. California, open season. But there was a vote a couple of weeks ago on protecting. It wasn't necessarily, I believe, female sports, but it was tied into it. Every single Democrat voted to shut down protecting women. Every single one. It wasn't going to pass anyway because the Senate is actually not the House passed it, but the Senate wasn't going to pass it because it's run by Democrats, and Biden wasn't going to sign it anyway. But if Trump actually gets the White House, Republicans actually get the Senate and maintain the House, it could actually be signing law.
Yeah, and even if it's not specifically by a law, but it's just pressure that they're able to put on people, right? On these different organizations, whether it be the NCAA, whether it be someone else, because this has to stop. We saw the changes they made to Title IX somehow absent. The Title IX, the Title IX program, which was about women's sports, right, and equal playing field and equal budget, all these different things. They expanded it to include gay people and all this other bullshit. not a single mention of actually protecting women's sports from men, from male athletes going in there and destroying the entire thing. So obviously, very good to hear Trump say that he does plan to do something about that. What exactly that is may remain to be seen. There's a lot of athletes out there who lost out on maybe this one single opportunity they had to win because a mentally ill man named Will Thomas, who changed his name to Leah Thomas, started going by different pronouns, hopped in the pool, and nobody wanted to call it out. At least nobody with any power wanted to call it out. And it was absolutely disgusting. Hopefully we get something to change soon.